Alright, so I'm back about to do a little work on the 73 Impala. Well, actually, I'm just gonna test fit the mounting assembly for the parking brake and the parking brake assembly for the rear disc brakes. So I'm gonna show you guys that in a second. But as you can see, it done got dark out here, so I wasn't able to get off of work like I planned and get here in a decent enough time so I can actually have some time to, you know, where it's daylight. So that was the plan, but you know, that's kind of my fault because I was doing some stuff to kind of, you know, help out some of the guys that work there with their car and stuff like that. So I kind of just got a little bit behind, but I did get here at a kind of a decent time where I have like a little window before I go in and chill out to mess around with this. So as you can see, these are the mounting brackets that also doubles as the parking brake assembly. So this one's got the internal parking brake shoes. All right, so here we go. So I got my lights set up so I can actually get out here and see what I'm doing. So there we go. So a few days ago while I was out here, so you probably see some of that footage in the other video, but I kind of started to touch up some of the paint on the rear end. So basically clean it up with a wire brush and put a little paint on it. All right, so this right here is the kit for the driver's side. So you guys probably wondering why this thing got 6 holes in there. So that's why you want to stick around till later on in the video. So pretty much the calipers are going to be hanging back towards the rear at pretty much the I want to say the 3 to 4 o'clock position. So to be honest with you, the holes actually line up perfect. Now I'm just gonna test fit my bolts. Alright, so the only thing I'm noticing is when I test fit my bolts is that they pretty much don't go all the way through. So I just need to kind of just drill them out just a little bit just to open these holes up. Alright, so actually what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this on here, get it pretty much close to the area where it needs to be. Then I'm gonna take my paint marker and kind of put like a little mark where I need to kind of put, you know, drill it out a little bit. So pretty much all the bolt holes are fine. It's just that they just got to be drilled out just a little bit more. All right, so I got my drill bits here. So, and I do happen to have a 7/16 drill bit. So, I'm gonna put that in my drill. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start out with the bottom holes, because they match up the most perfect. So I'm gonna drill those out, and then I'm gonna go fit it, and then just kind of see what area. Because what you guys are gonna find out is this right here was modified by the people that I bought the kit from to work with my vehicle. So the two holes at the top are like the factory, or the factory holes for the kit. And they had to put some additional holes in here to make it work with that 73 Impala. So, but the main thing is, because this right here, the rotor, which has an internal drum, has to ride in here. It needs to be as perfect, close to center as possible. So I just want to make sure that, even though I'm getting these holes a little wider, now it is pretty much fitting perfect. Like, all the holes are lining up like it's supposed to, and everything like that. I just want to make sure that I don't deviate it, from its original design. Because right now, the way it's mapped out, to go on there center. Alright, so get my drill fired up here. So I got the drill bit out I need. Also got a step drill bit just in case I need it. It does have a 7/16. It does have a 7/16 notch on here, but sometimes you got to be careful with these step drill bits, because if you're not careful and you go too much, you'll be drilling a 1/2 inch or a 9/16 hole. So I don't want to do that. So it's aluminum, so it drills out pretty easy. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put one of the bolts through there to make sure that it goes through there, and it goes through perfect. So I'm gonna go ahead and drill this other one like that, and then I'm gonna test fit it, and then you can see I kind of put a few marks where those other ones supposed to line up at. So another thing, what I'm gonna do, I got my vacuum over here, so I got it plugged up, so I can vacuum up the shavings, because what I'm saying, I want to make sure that I'm not getting any metal shavings in the kit. Well, in the parking brake assembly here. So. The main thing that you want to do when you're doing any type of, especially if you're drilling a part or something, you want to make sure you're staying clean and not, because you don't want those metal shavings in your brakes. Nice clean hole. So I'm gonna do them all like that, and then do the other side. So once I'm done with this side, I'm gonna do the other side, and I'm gonna go back out there to the car and test fit it. All right, so this is what it looks like. So everything is looking good. But I got the bolts in the bottom hole, and you can tell that the hardware and everything back there is looking good. So it's one bolt on that side and one on this side. So pretty much all I got to do next, I figured out where. It's a little tricky to see, but I kind of made a little mark where I need to just widen out that hole right there a little bit. Another option would be to go with some smaller bolts and washers, but pretty much this axle already had this size bolts back there, so just to kind of, and I believe that these will be stronger anyway, so the 7/16 dash, and it's not really much of a difference that I had to, it just need to be trimmed out just a little bit to make those bolts work. So just showing you guys this because this may be something that you may have to do depending on which vehicle you're putting these on. So that's the thing about, you know, when you're doing retrofits and upgrades, sometimes you gotta modify things a little bit. All right, so pretty much I got both of the lower bolts. Those were good from the jump, and also this one right here at the top right. So that one's good. So the only one that I'm having an issue with is this one right here, and it's almost okay. It's just it's just when I mount all of this up and it's sitting flush, this bolt right here don't want to go all the way through, or it kind of binds up. So but if I kind of like loosen these other bolts up and kind of pull it back a little bit and try to put this bolt in, it almost go in, but it kind of binds up and it don't sit flush. So all I gotta do is just trim out a little bit more. So what I'm gonna end up doing is I'm gonna get my rotary tool and just kind of just trim out just this lower corner right here on that bolt hole. I want to make sure I don't trim out too much, but it is fitting on there. It's fitting nice and center and everything like that. So the only one, that's pretty much why I started drilling the bottom holes first and then rechecking it just to make sure. Because the main thing, this thing has to it has to sit center and flush. All right, so another thing that I wanted to just to bring up is it does help getting longer bolts. So getting the longer hardware does help out tremendously, because this area right here, so basically the thickness of this mounting area is a lot thicker than the drum brake assembly. So the drum brake assembly is a little bit thinner. So because this is thicker, you want at least a 1/4 inch longer bolt. Now I mentioned that the bolts that come they came from the factory. All right, so I mentioned that the bolts that came from the factory, this is pretty much what I took out of it. And this is what I matched up at Tractor Supply with these right here. And also got the lock washer and the nuts that you guys saw earlier to go with it. So basically I decided to put this washer in the front, but other than that, you know, it just had a lock washer on the back side and this right here. So well, my main point of me showing the bolt again was just to show you how long it is. So this right here is 1 inch and this right here is 1.5 inches. So I was gonna at least get 1.25 inches. I wanted to get slightly longer just in case, because I didn't know how much longer I needed. I didn't know how, you know, if it was gonna be thicker or what, but I know I wanted to get a little bit longer bolt. So this 1.5 inches works perfect. You probably could get by with 1.25 inches, but you're definitely gonna need some longer hardware. And if you're doing a job like this, I suggest new hardware. You know what I'm saying? Other than it being nice and shiny, you know, it's not rusted. And if you got to service the vehicle for anything, or you know, take something apart, maybe you know, you got to change the axle seal or anything. You know what I'm saying? If you have to take this apart for any reason, you're not dealing with rusted bolts. You got all new bolts, lock washers, and hardware, so that should hold up for a while. All right, so pretty much I'm just gonna trim out a little bit at a time. I'm not gonna go too crazy. So I'm gonna test fit it again, and then I'll see about what I need to trim out, if I have to trim anymore. Hopefully it's good. I mean, the bolt was fitting through there fine. It just it would just kind of bind up just a little bit when I was putting it in the car. So I'm probably gonna get some brake clean and clean that little paint marker up, just in case I need to make a new marker. So, but hopefully I'm good when I go back out there to test fit it.